Hello there. I have a nice overall body workout for you. So get your mat, get your game face on, let's get moving. Let's start sitting up today. I'm going to sit right on my rear here. I have the bottoms of my feet together and I just have my knees butterflied out. I'm going to grab my shins and I'm going to sit up nice and tall, and I want you to inhale and exhale all the air out of your lungs. I'm even closing my eyes, so I'm just feeling it. And from here, inhale. And on the exhale, I want you to grow your head a little bit taller, anchor your tailbone down into the ground. And one more time, inhale. And exhale. Find that distance between your head and your tailbone as far as you can. Get the most out of what you got. And from here, let's add some movement. On the exhale, I want you to really hold on to those shins and tuck your lower back. Hold it right here for that nice little stretch. Round it forward and sit up nice and tall. And from here, tuck it back. And round it forward. And sit up nice and tall. Just starting to get your back moving. And round it forward. And sit up tall. We're just going to do 3, and I'm going to have you rotate to the left. Your left hand is going to grab your left thigh. Your right hand is going to grab your shin. Again, starting up nice and tall, and just tuck it back. This little twist adds an extra little stretch through your back. And round it forward and sit up nice and tall. And tuck it back. And I have a good grip on my hands, trying to get kind of an oppositional force to get more stretch through my back, and round it forward and sit up nice and tall. Last one on this side, and tuck it back. For my body particularly, I'm getting a stretch in my right shoulder today. Maybe just make note where you're feeling it. Let's switch sides. Right hand grabs your right thigh, left hand grabs your shin, and tuck it back. And round it forward and sit up nice and tall. And tuck it back. And round it forward, sit up nice and tall. One more time, tuck it back. And round it forward and sit up nice and tall. From here, I'm just gonna bring my knees up and together, arms reach out. I'm gonna wiggle my toes out just a little farther. And from here, tuck and roll it all the way down. Keep your rib cage on the mat. As you come down, arms are going to reach over your head. Keep those ribs down on the mat. Don't let them pop up here. Inhale, head, neck, and chest lifts up and roll all the way up. And I'm going to have you lean into your legs, so you're really pushing yourself forward. Flatten out that back and then sit up nice and tall. And tuck and take it down. Rib cage stays on the mat. Don't let it pop up as your shoulders, neck, and head come to the mat. Arms travel over your head just a little bit. Inhale, head, neck, and chest lifts up off the mat, rounding it up. And from here, really lean forward, press into your legs, flatten your back out. Find that extension right here, and then sit up tall. And take it back. Arms travel over your head just enough, just to where your rib cage wants to pop up. Don't let it. So even though you're lying here, you're still engaged. Inhale, head, neck, and chest lifts up. Round it forward and sit up nice and tall. From here, rotate over to the left and take it down the left side of your spine. Hold it with your shoulders, neck, and head lifted. Right arm comes across, left arm follows, and round it up the right side of your body. Come back to that sitting up tall position. Head's reaching up into the rafters. Take it over to the right. Come down the right side of your spine. That left arm comes across, right arm follows, coming up the left side of your body. And coming back to center, sitting up tall. Take it to the left and down. Right arm comes across, left arm follows, and round it up. And back to center, and one more time, take it to the right, and take it down. Left arm comes across, right arm follows, and round it all the way up. And come back to center. This time, legs go all the way flat and down, and they come all the way down. Let's do just a couple roll-ups with our legs straight. If you still need your legs bent, go for it. Make sure you're creating that positive muscle pattern. So if you need a little towel behind your lower back, go for it. If you need that little grab of those legs, let go when you have to. As always, what I don't want to see is the cockamamie elbow off to one side, sideways, help lift, fang. It's definitely not what I'm aiming for. And from here, come to your shoulder blades. Hold it right here. Right leg comes into tabletop. Left leg comes into tabletop. If you need a little support for your head, go for it. Otherwise, let's do arms and legs in opposite directions. Reach long and bring it right back in. And reach and bring it in. And reach. Get that energy, that length in your fingers and your toes, and reach, and reach. Let's do two more. One more time. Hold it right there. Interlace your hands behind your head. Let your head be heavy in your hands, and then lift up again, right around your brow line, right around your rib cage. Separate those feet hip width apart. Tap that right toe on the mat, and bring it right back up. And left toe taps. And right, and left. Do a quick check. Make sure that your legs and your feet are along for the ride. So I have most of my work coming right from my powerhouse, right from my core and my abdominal muscles. Turn off what you can. Double check that head's relaxed in that hammock of fingers. Keep your legs going and add a rotation to your opposite knee and cross and cross. Aiming that armpit towards your opposite knee, keeping your elbows open, staying lifted in your chest. Let's do 4 more. And 3. And 2. And last one. Come all the way up, head comes down, hug your knees into your chest and rock side to side. I'm not going to let you stay here too long. Just enjoy that little massage across your back. And from here, we're going to come right back into that position. Head, neck, and chest lifts up off the mat. Legs come into a good tabletop. Interlace your hands behind your head again. This time, extend your legs up to the ceiling. Take your legs out to the side. Bring them in. Do a little cross, cross, and take it right back out. And cross, cross, and out. Getting a little work in our inner thighs. And cross. And I have my toes pointed. Find your inner ballerina here. Get those legs long, reach them to the ceiling, and keep that little switch nice and tight. You're not moving through your ankles or your knees. You're really moving from your hips and from those inner thighs. Let's do one more. And bring them together. From here, I want you to flex your feet. Heels stay together and press those knees apart. And then like you're trying to raise the roof with your feet, press them right back up. And bend those knees down, press those legs up, and bend. And I have a good pressure on my heels together, and I want you to really zip those legs up. And then from here, let's change the angle at about a 45. Maybe not 45 yet, somewhere in the middle, this angle. And then lower it just a little bit again. As those legs get lower, it puts a little more pressure on our abdominal muscles. Let's do 2 more. One more time. Come all the way in, knees come together, head comes down, take a quick breath, inhale, head, neck, and chest lifts up off the mat, press those legs out, turn out, find that inner ballerina in you again, and give me little switches. Switch, 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 switch. Bring it up to the ceiling, and lower all the way down. And bring it up to the ceiling. If it's too much to have your head playing along up in the air with this, you're more than welcome to lower it down. The lower your legs go, the more challenging this gets. So choose what you need for your body today. Let's go down one more time. And up. And legs together. Bend. Come all the way down. Hug those knees into your chest again. Egg beater those knees around just a little bit. And then put those feet on the mat. They're going to be hip width apart. Arms come down by your side. From here, shrug your shoulders up to your ears. Take a nice good inhale. Exhale as you reach your arms long down by your side. And inhale, shrug your shoulders up. And exhale, reach your arms long down by your side. One more time. Inhale, shrug your shoulders up. And reach your arms long down by your side. Keep those hands reaching long down towards your feet. Press your arms into the mat. And from here, rock your hips. Pull your lower back into the mat and peel and curl all the way up to the top. Hold, inhale, and exhale, articulate all the way down. And uncurl completely at the bottom. Inhale. On the exhale, rock your hips. Peel and curl all the way up. And hold, and slowly coming all the way down. And I'm really focusing on rocking my hips. Pull that lower back into the mat. Get that good tuck, and then continue that tuck and peel your spine off the mat. Holding it at the top. From here, close your eyes and really reach your head in one direction, your knees in the other direction. Arms are pressed into the mat, chest and shoulders are open. And then take your time and articulate down through your spine, getting each vertebra a chance to do its own thing. They don't get to come down in any chunks or any shared time. Get everything moving. One more time. Rock your hips. We're going to hold it up at the top, and I'm going to switch how you're rolling here. Hold it here. From here, I want you just to relax that left side, letting that left hip even just drop. So my right side and my right hip is really doing most of the work. From here, I'm going to articulate down. My left side of my body is going to hit first. My left hip is going to hit first. And then I'm going to rock through to that right hip. And I'm going to articulate up, leading with my left hip. Come up to the top. We're going to stay in that direction. Drop that left hip. Articulate down the left side of your body. That left hip hits. Rock through to that right hip. Peel and curl. And come up. My knees are staying still, so I'm moving through my hips, through my spine. So I'm not letting my knees wiggle and woggle and go one direction and another. At least that's what I'm attempting to do. And that's what I want you to do too. And coming all the way up, come to the top, even those hips out, and let's switch directions. So drop that right hip, articulate down through that right side of your body. The right hip hits, you're gonna rock through to that left side, and then peel and curl, lifting, leading with that right hip. Come through the top. We're going to transition to dropping that right hip again and articulate down the right side. The right hip hits, rock through to the left, and peel and curl that spine back up, leading with that right hip. We're going to do one more time. Drop that right hip, articulating down, coming all the way through the center and all the way up to the top. Hold and articulate all the way down. Uncurling completely at the top. From here, hands come up to the ceiling, and head, neck, and chest lifts up off the mat. Hands come down by your side. Hands come up, and head comes down. And head, neck, and chest lifts right back up. Hands come up, and take it down. One more time. Head, neck, and chest lifts up off the mat. Hands come up, and head comes down. I'm gonna let you float those arms right back down to the mat. And from here, pull that lower back into the mat, peel and curl all the way up to the ceiling. I want you to lower your hips a bit, really tuck as if you can't tuck anymore. Press those arms into the mat. Inhale, keep those hips stable as you float that right leg up to tabletop, and tap that toe down and bring it right back up. And tap. And tap. And right out of the gate, I can feel the left glutes in the back of my leg firing. Abs are nice and tight. My obliques, the sides of my waist, are keeping my hips up nice and stable. Yours should be too. Let's do 2 more taps. Last one, hold it up at the top, extend that leg up, flex your foot, and give me a little press, and press, and press, and press, and 4, and 3, and 2, and last one. Bend that leg, float it down to the mat. We're gonna articulate all the way down through your spine so we can get ourselves set up nice and even to do the other side. Rock your hips, lower back pulls into the mat. Peel and curl all the way up to the top, really holding on to that tuck. Inhale, on the exhale, left leg floats up to tabletop and tap that toe down. Bring it up. On that right foot, you still need to have pressure on your big toe, your little toe, and your heel. And make sure that right knee isn't wandering off to the side somewhere. I want it hugging the midline. And tap. And let's do 3 more. And 2. 1 more time. Hold it up at the top. Extend that leg up. Flex that foot. And give me a little press. And press. And press. And press. And press, and press, and 4, 3, 2, last one. Bend into tabletop, float that leg down, and articulate all the way down. From here, I'm gonna have you take your time, turn right onto your side, push up on so that you're on your elbow. And from here, top leg is gonna be straight, bottom leg is bent, your shoulder is your elbow is right under your shoulder, and lift up through your waist. So there's no short side and long side. They're both fabulously long. Head is reaching in one direction. The energy of your foot is reaching in the other direction. And from here, lift up into that T. I have all my weight on my bottom leg, which is bent on the mat, and lower all the way down for now. And lift. And lower. Put a little weight on that straight leg. This is one of those choose your adventure times. Do what works for your body and what you feel comfortable with. We're really strengthening that lateral flexion of our body. Keep on going just like this. If you would like to and you have it available, straighten out both legs and lift and lower down and lift and lower down. We're gonna do 1 more, lifting it all the way up. Hold right here. If you have both feet out, you're just gonna rotate around. If you have one leg down, take your time and just maneuver yourself so that you can get into a plank with your elbows underneath your shoulders. Belly button's pulled to your spine, spine's to your belly button. Back of my neck and head is lifted to the ceiling. And from here, I'm gonna bring my feet all the way together. Touching, actually touching. From here, I'm gonna rotate so that my toes face the left. Then I'm gonna come back to the center, and then I'm gonna flip right over and face the right. So you're gonna get a nice twist right through your waist. And twist. I'm ending up with one foot completely on top of the other, like they're moving as one little unit. Let's do 4 more. Feels good moving right through your waist. 2. Last one. Hold it right there. Come onto your knees. Feet are together, knees are apart, and just sit back. And just breathing here. A nice good exhale, which always gives your nervous system a little hug and a little break. Walk your hands in, just so I can stay facing you. I'm gonna walk my hands right in front of my knees and flip myself over and do the other side. Bottom leg is bent. This time my right elbow is right underneath my shoulder. Length on both sides of your waist, head reaching in one direction, foot reaching in the other. Abs nice and tight, starting with all that weight on your bottom leg, and lift all the way up and lower down. And lift. And lower. 1 more time, just like this, and then we'll start changing it. If this is where your happy place is, please stay here. Add some weight onto that straight leg and lift. And lower. And lift. and lower, and lift. If you have it available to you, straighten out that bottom leg. It's behind my top leg. And from here, lift and lower and lift and lower. Last one, lift. Hold it right here again. I'm going to have you rotate into that plank one more time. Take your time. If you had your knees down, back of your head and neck is lifted to the ceiling. This time I'm going to separate my feet so they're at least the width of the mat, pushing into my elbows and slightly outward. From here, hover that right foot off the mat and just go to your happy place. If this is too much on with your knee up, you can definitely put that knee down. Let's switch to the other side. With each exhale, I want you to pull your center of gravity up. Whew, this feels tough today for some reason to me. We're doing it. Almost done. One more breath. Inhale and exhale. That foot comes down and slowly come all the way down to the mat. Make your way, hands underneath your shoulders, up onto your hands and knees. And from here, tuck your tail, look into your belly button. And uncurl, and tuck, and uncurl. Extend that chest open and forward, and tuck, and extend. One more time, tuck, and extend. Come back to the middle. With your right hand, weave it right in between your left knee and your left arm. And I want you to bend that left arm, putting that head right on the ground, twisting all the way up to the ceiling. Push on that left arm and get some more twist in your back. All of a sudden, I feel very hot. My glasses are foggy. I think that means we're working. I think. Just kidding. I know. This time, come all the way up. Let's switch sides. That right hand is going to weave right in between left hand weaving right in between your right arm and your right knee. Bend that right elbow. Head goes right on the mat, twisting all the way up to the ceiling. Reach that left arm through. And coming all the way up. And from here, I want you just to once again bring those toes together, knees apart, and sit back into a child's pose, having a little rest. And then slowly start walking your hands in towards your knees. I'm going to make my way, flip around here so that I'm sitting on my rear. Bottoms of my feet are going to be together, and I want you to float those arms up. I'm going to drop the right arm and twist, or bend, nice and sideways, keeping that left hip on the mat. Find that length all the way along that left side of your body. I'm pushing my rib cage towards the left. And then I want that arm reaching long. That left arm is really reaching. Reach it all the way up to the ceiling and float it all the way down. Both arms are going to float up. That left arm floats down. Right arm reaches up over the top. I am definitely lifting and then going over, finding that length on that right side of my body. Definitely not just a soggy bowl of oatmeal collapsing to the side. So make it dynamic. Push that rib cage over to the right. And float those arms, that arm up to the ceiling, all the way down. And from here, float those arms up. Bend your elbows, open your chest and shoulders up. Bring them up, float them all the way down, shrug your shoulders up, drop them like they're hot, and shrug them up, drop them like they're hot. Thank you for joining me. Now go do something fabulous. I'll see you tomorrow.